Hello folks, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, December 3rd. If you don't know, today's season 19 start. The Gleaming Depths raid is finally live. So yeah, if you haven't read up on it, I suggest taking a look at it. But also the camp pets are live. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link in the description. But they have bundles for different pets. They have actually an American styled German Shepherd, so it's the brown and black, and then they have a gray tabby, so you can get that. But that's that. And of course, they've got name tags and whatnot. So yeah, pretty cool stuff there. Okay, so here's the next bit of information. This is the Gleaming Depths improvements and fixed release notes. I'll leave a link in the description for this so you can take a look. But they fixed some stuff with the best builds. They fixed some stuff with the camps and the workshops. Going down caravan, there's a lot of problems with the caravan. As you can tell, they did a lot of fixes for these. I really hope they went through and changed the payment for the various caravans, because it kind of sucks getting 5 of whatever the currency is when you're doing this, especially since everything was so jacked. They did go through and fix some of the food and aid items. Wow, I didn't know about this because I cook every once in a while in the Nuka World on tour, but it's typically to sell to the NPC that's right there. Moving down, got some stuff in here. Of course, the guy I use is using the correct vendor inventory. That's fantastic. And they fixed the problem with scrapping, or some of the scrapping. And ooh, just in time for Foshnot, we have the Defend a Parade Marchers objective now correctly completes when the boss is defeated. Fantastic. Alright, so legendary mods can be received or learned are now listed when scrapping items. They fix an issue where the charisma, intelligence, and luck legendary mods could not be found on the weapons. Mutations, lots of problems with this one. They did do some tweaks for buffs and nerfs, so that's cool. And down here they have a special along with the other empathy bugs that was causing a 33% reduction in all damage taken and a further 33% reduction to explosion damage taken while on a team, so long as the fellow teammate was using the speed demon mutation. So they fixed that. So perks, quests, I guess there are a couple of quests where things were all jacked up. I know with the Tunnel of Love here, the repair the tracks wasn't pointing to the right location. Oh, this is really nice. I've hated this. The Hornwright access key being removed from your inventory after completing the quest and logging out. So that's good. It can get back up there so I can get a hold of the Assaultron. Even though I typically go to Vault Tech, since that's a instance where the Assaultron will always be available for you. Seasons, I guess there were problems with the stone oven, so that's good. Got a bunch of fixes and whatnot for weapons. The armor, it's pretty cool. So just quick note on some of these are no longer going to be available in costumes, with the Volt 63 Riot helmet, the burnt helmet, the recon helmet, the burnt recon helmet, the security helmet, the burnt security helmet. And got a bunch of other stuff down here. So that's fantastic. And special note for people with the Canteen mod, um, you just have to, if you've learned a plan, you just have to go through and reapply the mod to receive the proper buff. If you haven't learned a plan, you'll have to go through and, of course, grab the plan, learn it, and then you can apply it. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. Finally. And then finally, we're getting into the season 19 release notes here. Adding the raid, the 4-star legendary items, adding player titles, and of course, my favorite, the camp pets. If you're on PC like I am, through the Microsoft Store, you're doing about 36 gigabits. Steam is only 19-ish. So, all right, I'll let the raid stuff talk on its own, getting through since this is brand new. Just realize if you die, just hope that your teammates can get through to the next point, because you can't revive until they complete. There are 4-star legendary items that are going to be available. You got the camp pets, you got the player titles, which are going to be interesting. I know with this one, you get titles based off the various events, quests, the various seasons that you do. So for people who've been playing for quite a bit, you will be grandfathered into the titles. Hopefully this works. That way you don't have to go through and create a whole new character and whatnot. So you should be grandfathered into it. Let's see, they've added 5 new events, so to mutated events. So you've got the Campfire Tales, Free Range, Project Paradise, Beast of Burdens, and Safe and Sound. So that's cool. And then, of course, the perk card balancing update. This has been around for a while, so you can read all about this. I will be playing around to see just how this works for me. Between my 2 main characters, I do have a melee build with Lucifer, and then I have a stealth sniper build with Waifu, so go through and test those. They did make some adjustments to the explosion visual effects, which is really nice. It gets really tiresome, especially in some of the events where people are throwing off the nuke grenades or even the nuke launchers, and it just totally blinds out. So I'm hoping that gets fixed. Then they're changing the way that the NPC weapons are going to work, I guess. They're getting like some base weapon so you can scrap it. Of course, the armor, they've gone through and changed a few of them. So the recon and secret service are now going to be classified as heavy armor. Sorry about that. You've got the engineering, the marine, Arctic Marine, trapper armor, now medium. And then you have Scout, Solar, Thorn, Urban Scout, Forest Scout, and Wood armors are all light armor. And the Botsmith armor is now classified as heavy armor. With weapons, they went through and did some buffs. So that's listed here. Not going to go through all of them. Do realize that they did buff up a lot of the melee weapons, which is fantastic for me. Especially going down, if I can find it, the Warglaive base damage is fantastic, so that's really cool. You do have some buffs with the Hellstorm missile launcher, which is really nice. Then you've got some AP cost reduction, which is going to be really nice for a lot of people. Let's see, and then of course the mod adjustments talks about that. Here's that humanish creature and weapon balance. Creatures that previously used player weapons, such as the Blood Eagles, the Cultists, the various NPCs that ran around using weapons, will now use NPC versions of their weapon with balance adjustments to account for this change. And when defeated, these enemies will have a chance to drop the base version of the weapon alongside with some junk items. When a weapon isn't dropped, the enemy will instead drop more junk items that players can scrap to make up for the loss of components that would be received from scrapping these weapons. Increases have been made to the components earned from scrapping many junk items in the world, so now you will also have more components at your disposal. So that is really nice. And do realize now that the weapon damage now scales up in relation to the level of the NPC, the enemies you're going up against, as is the grenades that they use. Their health resistance also is going to now scale with their levels. So that's really cool. And then moving down, creature balance. This is really huge because there are some of the various creatures, mainly with the floaters, that just do flat out insane amounts of damage. So it looks like they have adjusted that a little bit. So that's really cool. When you first log in today, you'll have a pop-up that comes up so you can do the speech to text. So it will allow for easier accessibility for people. And then they went through and did some updates for the UI navigation. Now, folks, I know this is just really quick, just a quick overview of the stuff that Bethesda is reporting with the new update, with the new season. I will leave links in the description for these notes. Other than that, I hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're having a fantastic day. Enjoy season 19 and stay safe out in the wasteland.